Oh, when it comes to Jason Goes to Hell: The Final Friday, I have to preface this review by saying that the movie holds a very special place in my heart. Jason Goes to Hell: The Final Friday was not only the first Friday the 13th movie I saw in the theater, it was the very first movie I saw in a theater. Now, I've told the story of having gone to see the film with members of my church youth group one Sunday evening after church, so I won't go into all those details here, other than to say that it only adds to how much I love this movie. It is, to this day, one of the best movie-going experiences of my life. And I gotta tell you, the audience was into it. And when Freddy's glove pops up out of the ground and pulled Jason's mask down to the bowels of hell, the theater erupted. I swear, my head bounced off the ceiling. I was so high in that moment. And I know that Jason Goes to Hell has kind of taken the mantle of being the black sheep of the series away from A New Beginning. At one time, they both were considered the black sheep. One franchise with two black sheep in it. And it's ironic that both films caught flack for pretty much the exact same reason, that being the lack of Jason in each. In Jason Goes to Hell, after a fairly routine pre-credit opening that features darn near every slasher movie trope that the franchise had popularized, Jason gets killed. And I mean in a definitive way. Forget about returning him to the bottom of Crystal Lake or drowning him in toxic waste. He gets blown up. Real good. I imagine a lot of people were shocked seeing that transpire in the theater. I know I was. And then the opening credits roll. Of course, as we all know, Jason is reduced to a demon slug that body hops from one person to another, leaving bloodshed and carnage in his wake as he seeks out a Voorhees woman to be born anew from. And in the interim, we're treated to some really cool stuff that people don't give the movie nearly enough credit for. For instance, Jason Goes to Hell features some super cool splatter and incredible practical makeup effects from K&B that still look incredible, even under the scrutiny of ultra-high def. The infamous tent kill is one of the best in the entire franchise. I've seen that poor woman get run through with that metal, whatever it was, and split in two, I can't tell you how many times. And the effect never ceases to amaze. But aside from that, there's a great broken arm gag. I love the melting man effect on the deputy after the Jason slug has left him. That one is super nasty. And there's a great mechanical effect involving the Jason slug crawling out of the neck of a nearly decapitated body. There's an insane amount of action in this movie too. From the opening to the diner shootout to the police station massacre. Bullets and buckshot are flying everywhere, triggering squibs that spray black blood all over. And most of it is shot in slow motion, as if it's a John Woo flick or something. I also love how Adam Marcus and co-writer Dean Lorey open the story up far beyond just Camp Crystal Lake. We actually get to see the town of Crystal Lake. We meet its residents. We get a sense of what it's like to live in the murder capital of the United States. And in the case of the local diner owners, how they've capitalized on it. Man, I could go for a Voorhees burger and a side of Jason fingers right about now. And I like the characters and the fact that they're not just horny teens. They're adults with adult problems. Creighton Duke, played by Stephen Williams, is one of the coolest characters in the entire franchise. And I don't care what Adam Marcus said when I interviewed him a few years ago. Go check that video out. I know that Creighton Duke is really Reggie the Reckless, all grown up. And it was a great touch casting John D. LeMay in the lead. John D. LeMay also starred in the Friday the 13th television series. So seeing him here was really cool. Aaron Gray, Kari Keegan, and Stephen Culp round out a really strong supporting cast. And I think Jessica is overlooked when it comes to the best final girls in the franchise. And shout out to Vicky, played by Allison Smith too. She was a real badass who went down fighting. And how can you not love the capitalist gun-loving owners of the local diner, Joey and Shelby, aka Pookie? The thing most critics of the movie can't get over is the lack of actual Jason and the whole body hopping thing. I never had an issue with that. All the people who were possessed by the demon slug thing, they're Jason. And I think it's interesting to see how each actor who's possessed by Jason acts that out, because each one sort of does their own thing with it. I mean, it's the 9th movie in the franchise. I give Adam Marcus and Dean Lorey credit for trying to do something different, and I give Sean Cunningham and New Line Cinema props for giving them the opportunity to do it. Does Jason Goes to Hell have its shortcomings? Yes. Is it perfect? No. Is it a hell of a lot of fun? You're damn right it is. And despite it all, it still feels like a Friday the 13th. It feels more like a Friday the 13th than anything Friday the 13th or Jason related that followed it, with the exception of the video game, of course. Jason Goes to Hell also has great energy. The pacing is tight, and I love the new twists on Harry Manfredini's score and his classic theme. What can I say? I love this movie. I also love this new limited edition 4K release for it from Arrow Video. Arrow Video hit a home run with their 4K release of the Friday the 13th remake last year. Well, they're working their way backwards now, delivering limited edition 4K releases of Jason Goes to Hell: The Final Friday and Jason X. Keep an eye out for my Jason X review dropping in a few days from now. This release comes with a slipcase featuring awesome new artwork by Gary Pullen. The sleeve is reversible, featuring new and original art for the film. We get an illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film by J.A. Kurzweil and original production notes. I also really like the Coroner's Report artwork on the front and back of the booklet. And we get a double-sided fold-out poster featuring original and newly commissioned artwork. When it comes to 4K picture quality, Jason Goes to Hell looks clean. The image quality here is highly detailed and vivid, really showing off how great KMB's effects are, which, as I said, still hold up even under the scrutiny of 4K. I didn't notice any heavy grain even during some of the darker scenes, and as you know if you've seen the film, there are many. The darkness itself didn't look muddy either. Overall, this is the best Jason Goes to Hell: The Final Friday has ever looked. When it comes to audio, we get the original lossless stereo and DTS HD 5.1 surround audio on both cuts of the movie, and I gotta say, Jason Goes to Hell sounded loud. I'm not sure if it was my setup, but the sound effects and the score were booming. I found myself at times having to turn up the volume in order to hear all the dialogue, and then having to turn it down when the action kicked in. The dialogue, sound effects, and score all sounded crystal clear though. Overall, I'd give the picture quality on this release a 4.5 out of 5 and the audio quality a 4 out of 5. When it comes to extras, on Disc 1, which is the theatrical cut of the film, it comes with an optional intro from director Adam Marcus. As far as featurettes, we get Faces of Death, an interview with makeup effects creator Robert Kurtzman at 16 minutes and 47 seconds in length. Mr. Kurtzman discusses hitting it off with Adam Marcus, Jason's makeup design, blowing Jason up, the infamous tent kill, some of the unused effects can be produced for the film, and more. Next, we have Undercover Angel, an interview with actress Julie Michaels. It's 11 minutes and 55 seconds in length. Ms. Michaels discusses her background, getting cast in Roadhouse, having no interest in doing a horror movie, but being swooned by Adam Marcus, doing the fall stunt, working with Kane Hodder, and more. Next, we have Mixing It Up, an interview with composer Harry Manfredini. It's 12 minutes and 26 seconds in length. Mr. Manfredini discusses how portions of his Jason Goes to Hell score were inspired by Romper Room, and much more. Next, we have The Gates of Hell, an interview with Adam Marcus. It's 36 minutes and 3 seconds in length. Mr. Marcus discusses the genesis of Jason Goes to Hell and wanting Tommy Jarvis to actually be the lead. He discusses getting Sam Raimi to loan him the Necronomicon, the film being unfairly criticized, all the scenes he had to cut and would like to reinstate, and much more. Next, we have Jason vs. Terminator, an interview with Adam Marcus on growing up with the Cunninghams. It's 11 minutes and 34 seconds in length. Mr. Marcus discusses being Noel Cunningham's best friend growing up and being around the Cunninghams, picking Sean's brain about filmmaking, how brilliant Sean is, how Friday the 13th caged him, how Sean was the best film school he could have had, and much more. Next, we have Uber Jason, an interview with Kane Hodder on Playing Jason. It's 28 minutes and 22 seconds in length. Mr. Hodder discusses, you guessed it, Playing Jason, how much he loves the look of Jason in Part 7, doing the Arsenio Hall in character, how uncomfortable and hot the Jason Goes to Hell makeup was, the Jason X makeup, doing the Jason motion capture for the video game, and more. Next, we have Friday the 13th props, a tour of some of the props used throughout the franchise. It's 1 minute and 8 seconds in length. We get 12 minutes and 35 seconds of additional TV footage with optional commentary by Adam Marcus. We get the theatrical trailer, TV spots, still galleries, and poster and behind the scenes gallery. On Disc 2, which is the unrated cut, we get 3 audio commentaries, the first with film historians Michael Felsher and Steve Barton, the second with Adam Marcus and author Peter Bracke, and the third with Adam Marcus and screenwriter Dean Lorey. This is one hell of a limited edition 4K release for Jason Goes to Hell: The Final Friday from Arrow Video. If you're a fan of this movie, then this release, it's a no-brainer. Let me know your thoughts on Jason Goes to Hell down in the comments section below. And while you're down there, let me know, do you think it's fairly criticized or unfairly criticized? If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. A huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members for your generosity and support. Become a patron today and get early access to videos, have a say in what content appears on my channel, join me for monthly live streams, exclusive watch parties, and more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream, as well as members-only watch parties. Both those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.